someone with 117 OCs, I've had a lot of people, well, like 3, ask me how. So now I'm gonna make 3 OCs in front of you guys. They're just based entirely off of one thing. First up, based on a job. This is gonna be a interior designer. I'm just gonna go with a tall guy. The start here is really just do whatever you feel like. This doesn't overly matter too much. Okay. Since I'm doing a guy, interior designer, he's gonna want like his hair out of the way so you can see. So I'm really just doing whatever hairstyle I think looks good. Right, this is okay. Artists, scruffy hair. Let's go with that aesthetic, I suppose. Yeah, I like that. I don't really like a lot of the side hair. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. Let's go with that. Yeah, I really just pick whatever I think looks good. Now, interior designer. Let's do... I think I'm gonna give him some teal hair. I really like this shade of teal. So that's gonna be color number 1. I like an average of 3 colors. I want to give him some long hair that he puts up in a bun. Let's see what bun options are there. That's okay, I think. Oh, that's better. There we go. Nice little bun for this guy. Let's make him tired. That seems like the type of job you'd be tired. Honestly, I'm mainly thinking of Kaveh from Genshin Impact, but he's an architect, so I'm really just going similar to that. Oh, there's also the Feng Shui guy on TikTok. So I'm gonna go with someone who's like, someone who's quiet or tired, really, but very passionate. Stick with a green theme. And let's actually give him some more awake eyes. Let's see. What looks like? This looks okay. Eyes. I just like doing the basic one. I think green and yellow look good. You want to pick colors that do match, but they don't blend in super well. It really depends. You gotta balance out the colors. And then I personally make the pupils a darker shade of the eyeball or the iris. You can do black. Just some basic things here. There we go. Hat. Well, would an interior designer have a hat? I suppose they could... Ooh, let's give him goggles. And we can pretend it's like, if it's in a magical world, the goggles, he can change the filter so he can see how the room would look in different lighting. I think that would be cool. So let's give him like goggles or glasses. Yeah, that looks fun. Yeah, green and yellow. Let's do the third color can be what is good with I don't want to do blue because it has slightly blue. Like it has that tint. Let's give him pink. He's a pink boy. That feels wrong to say. I think that's a nice color combination. Then we go back. I still want to give him some sort of head accessory. I don't know why I look through these things backwards. Music. Yeah, I like listening to some music while I do art and things. So let's try and match the color of the glasses. That looks cute. Here's his hair. Actually, let's put the hair out of his face. Kind of. So we can see what he does when he walks. Yeah, that's good enough. And then same with the ponytail. So it's not in his face when he's walking. Glasses so we can see. Music, because he likes background noise while he walks. Then I don't really want to add anything else to the face. You could add a little bit of makeup or something. But the top half, that's nice and balanced. It's not too much, not too little. I think that looks okay. Do you want to give him a necklace? I suppose... Let's see if anything looks good. We can give him a name tag. Yeah. And the name tag, let's just make that basic colors, gray and stuff. Then, if the idea is that he's technically working right now, let's give him a slightly professional outfit because he's sort of at work, maybe on a break or something. That's okay, but we're gonna have something slightly more fun. That was okay. Ooh, yes, that fits the vibe. Let's see. There's another way I could get something with a little bit of pink in. I don't see anything too good. We do this instead. I like that. Let's add just a little bit of green in here. Let's give him some sleeves. What sleeves would match that shirt? Or vest thing? That works. But I do need to make the outline darker. Okay. What if we did this? Ooh, that looks really good. It helps keep along with the idea of 3 colors, green, pink, and yellow. But also, it maintains the vibe. It looks better than just plain white. Unless white is one of your main colors, you don't really want too much of it. Especially not actual bright white. You normally want maybe 1 shade darker. At least that's what I think. Gloves. Let's give him these gloves. I imagine it'll be the gloves where it's only missing 2 fingers, so there's no smudging. Those would be that type of glove. And let's make it yellow to match his eyes. And pants, let's do ripped jeans. And let's have this match the ID card. Also giving that little bit of pink. And shoes. Let's give him, yeah, boots work. Let's give him, we don't want to have too much of the main colors. Let's do gray and yellow. Belt. I want him to have a belt that he can hold his equipment. Mainly like drawing and stuff. Maybe he has a camera. I don't know what equipment interior designers have. I just want him to have a pocket belt. This looks good. Let's have it be dark green. And then... I'm thinking there's too much happening with the shirt. Let's go back to that, to a more formal one. There we go. That looks okay, I think. We can switch the sleeves. Nice. Then to help make it more, whatever the word is, I'm gonna do this. There we go. Doesn't that look so nice? And now for this, I'm going to make the main belt be this green. And the rest of it will match his hair. And then shade and outline. Okay, we have our first guy. You can't overly tell he's an interior designer, but that was the vibe. I want to give him better glasses. Those look weird. Good enough. Here he is, number 1. Okay, oh, you can see all mine there. Number 2, this character's inspo is just being blind. We went for a tall guy, let's now go for a short girl. How about this? There we go. So, there's a couple ways to do it. We could have the eyes visible, the eyes covered up with hair, or the eyes covered up with bandages or something else. I think I'm gonna have the eyes be visible for this one. And let's see, what hairstyle would work best on her? Let's give her something cute. With the front there, the back needs to be a bit smooth. There we go, that works. And let's give her yellow hair this time, blonde. Now that's more of a cartoonish blonde. If you want to make her more realistic, you actually go to the one right next to it. There we go. And then I'm gonna give her some medium to long hair. Yeah, that was okay. So here's a first hair. And gonna have the eyes be fairly closed for her because she's blind. Let's see. What's a good... Yeah, that looks okay. Actually... I'm trying to think. There's a blind guy in one of my classes, and I'm trying to think of what his eyes look like. Okay. So it's okay. And then for the eyes, I'm going to put them up a little. And of course you have the thing where they're supposed to look smoky-eyed or whatever. I don't know about smoky-eyed. I honestly don't know. But they are unfocused. So I'm gonna have one like going slightly, well, sort of the same direction, slightly more. And sure, we can keep her with being blue-eyed. That's nice. But instead of having the pupils be darker, just for fun, I'm gonna have them be very similar shade. Let's just do one of these little eye highlights. There we go. That was like a nice, cute blind character. She's so cute. She's gonna be a very fun girly. So, she looks very fun. I'm gonna give her a very cute outfit. Let's see. Ooh, she likes flowers. She may not be able to smell them. I mean, she may not be able to see them, but she can smell them. And they smell very nice. So let's have her colors be... Let's have them be red and purple. For now, those are her main colors. Let's not give her anything else. Let's give her a necklace or neck thing. Ooh, strawberries. Those fits the theme. Let's see if there's something better. So, the inspiration is she's blind. We want her to be cutesy, fun. What kind of thing speaks of fun here? No, she likes flowers. We can pretend these are leaves. Yeah, let's pretend these are leaves. Give her this. And now I'm going to give her a fairly simple outfit. Let's see, her colors were mainly red and purple. So let's do that. Let's not give her proper sleeves. I'm gonna give her a wrist accessory instead. Because that doesn't look like the type of shirt that would have sleeves. I don't know why, I just feel like that. That's a little too up the arm. Yeah, let's give her this. Let's make these like daisies. There we go. That was cute. Let's only give her one. And then that was nice and simple, but also interesting. We could fill up the other arm, but I like this being a more asymmetrical design, but this specific type of asymmetrical. Let's give her a skirt. Want her to be the fun cutesy girl. We could add another flower, but that feels like too much, especially because those two are right next to each other. So yeah, that would feel like too much. This skirt matches the, I suppose, material or style of the shirt. So let's have it be almost like a one piece. Let's have it be a little darker with a white outline or extra. There we go. So we ended up with her main colors, not including hair or eyes, being red, white, and purple. So I'm gonna go back here and hide those. And we're not gonna give her high heels. I just feel like that would be a bad idea, personally. So we're gonna give her something more simple. The problem is she would look really good with high heels. I just don't feel like that's a good idea. Let's give her these. These are cute. And let's make them a green. Actually, they don't look too good. What's the hat color? I'm going to want these to match the hat. And then we can make the little excess match the flower. Maybe. Here we go. Perfect. Those all match. Oh, and if we really wanted to, we could have a match even more by doing this. Or maybe... That looks good. The eyes and flower match, the hat, necklace, and the shoes match. Let's see if we can make a match even better. It does match. Okay, here's character number 2. She started off with the idea of just being blind. And of course, you can give her a walking stick, or whatever this stick cane is called, a guide dog. You can give her one of those. And it's fun, because I now realized, only just now, because her main colors are red, white, and purple, the red and white would match the cane. So those would match the cane. The purple just looks good. It's a nice color to match things with. It goes with blue. It goes with yellow. And then we gave her a flower theme, kind of, because she likes the smell of them. Okay, final inspiration. This one can be easy, can be difficult. It really depends on what song you pick. I'm picking the song Your Contract Has Inspired. It's by Men on the Internet. It's about a character from A Hat in Time. So I'm gonna sort of base this on the boss you fight for the song. So, because we did a guy, a girl, now let's do someone androgynous. And let's make them slightly tall. So that song's theme is purple, yellow, and black. So yes, let's do a character that matches that. I'm gonna give them black hair. I like doing the one just above so that the outline can be black. So it's more, so you can see the outline. And because I'm giving this person dark hair, let's try and give them, I want to give them sort of a long hairstyle and mysterious. So of course the theme of the song would be what's happening in the game as you are playing it, and the character, and as your contract has inspired. So we're thinking sort of like an evil lawyer or boss. That's sort of the aesthetic. So I'm gonna match the colors associated with the song, or that I associate with it, purple, yellow, and black. So, okay, yeah, I like this, because this here almost makes me think of a ponytail. I'm gonna go change that to this, I suppose. Let's see if I can change this to a good one. I kind of want the left side to be visible. So let's do this and see if I can make it match more. That was weird. The hairline is messing me up. I don't like the hairline. Okay, guess that's good enough. Now, we're gonna do purple for the eyes, because we already did purple clothes for the other character. And let's make this person ghosty, because I'm thinking of the song, and that's kind of what that thing is, I think. So let's also give them, let's make this be sort of an other being, not exactly human. So let's give them really deep eyes. Ooh, yeah, that was good. That looks like the void. Those are void eyes. And that's almost too different. I'm gonna darken that. There we go. That's not human. That's good. Let's not give them highlights. Or maybe we give them unique ones. There we go. Let's do some big eyebrows. And a mouth? Oh, that mouth needs to be... There we go. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I personally, when making characters here, I like to make the trim slightly lighter for the dark characters. For light characters, I make the tone or shade darker, so I switch it. That's just what I personally do. So moving on, we're going to head accessories. The main character wears a lot of hats in the game that the song is about. So I'm gonna give this guy a top hat. And then, are there any other good hats? This one is fun. Bit bigger. Yeah, let's give him this. But I want to turn it a little bit. There we go. Actually, looks like it's fitting on their head. And our colors are black, purple, and yellow. Let's make this bright yellow. And give it a little bit of white. Actually, I don't know about that. Let's give it grey. And then I would like a tie for our businessman, simply from the word contract. So a tie for the businessman or business person theme. So the tie match the top hat. And then we're going to give them a suit that is a dark, is it saturated or desaturated purple? I don't remember the difference. It's slightly darker. There we go. And you want sleeves that match. Those are good. Now, this doesn't, only the eyes scream other being. So I'm gonna add a tiny bit of face paint. No, yeah, that works. The fun thing here, if you have it almost blend in. There we go. I feel like if you put it grayscale, these would be very similar. And that would almost add to the spooky effect, I feel like. Okay, let's stop. Let's... Yeah, that works. We're going for not quite human. And that feels right. Now let's make these nice and dark to match the hair. It's all about sticking with your color scheme. You want the purple, you want the black / dark gray, and we want the yellow. Let's give these... Let's have the paws match the eyes with a purple. And as for belt, we could go without belt, but it doesn't really transition that well. At least in Gacha Life 2, yeah. Sword, it almost feels like too much in the torso area. You want something that covers up this little, I don't know, hip gap? Butt gap? Oh god. That looks okay. Something similar? I like that. So let's have this be a sort of grey that matches the top hat and tie. And then this... I kind of want it to match, I kind of don't. I suppose I could just do a normal belt. Put it there. That doesn't feel right. Pouch? I think that brown is okay. How about instead of yellow, we do an orange? And then instead of gray, this can be brown. I'm gonna make the tie shorter so it's not covering the clasp of the belt. There we go. Can we simplify this? Yes, we can. Okay, so these are our characters. I know I didn't go too much into my actual design process, but it really just occurs to me. I don't know how to explain it. It just appears in my head. But that's the best explanation I can give. You got the job title, interior designer. I know when I do art, I like to listen to music, so it's music. I always wear my hair back, either with a headband or on the rare occasion a ponytail, so I'm giving him a ponytail. We give him a name tag for him being professional and whatnot. A little belt with a pocket so he can hold whatever drawn equipment he might have. And then the rest of it kind of just fits the vibe. The colors, I don't really know what to say about how I picked the colors. I picked the green because I like that shade of teal, I guess. I like that shade, that color. And then I picked pink and yellow because they look good with the color that I picked for the hair. And I do like it when there's 3 main colors. I don't really like it when there's like a whole lot of colors, because then it gets way too busy. So you also can't have too little colors. If you only have like 2 colors, at least do several shades. But next we have our blind girl. I stayed with the blonde because I decided to do something more natural or realistic. The red and white, I don't really know why I decided it, but we later realized it would match the typical cane that at least I know most places do those colors for their canes. So it matches that. I decided to give her a flower theme slightly because she's blind. She cannot see the flowers, but she can smell them. Smell is good. We like that. You know, the one internet story where this girl would flirt with the blind guy in her apartment complex by always wearing the same perfume. I don't know, I remember something about that. Yeah, and then purple. It goes with her being blonde. I'm blonde and I like purple. Close enough. And then we got this guy. Based off of a song Your Contract has inspired. The main colors for that I think of are yellow, purple, and black. And the character it's about isn't human. So that was the theming. But those are some characters you have permission to use. Go crazy. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a random character. Let's go with... Let's go with this guy. This is one of my own OCs, Lucarius. I know not everyone is gonna know the inspirations, but I'll say anyway. Lucarius is a combination of headcanons for this one character, which you can write down. Lucas from a Minecraft roleplay, Fairy Tale Origins. And then the other inspiration is headcanons about Lucas. And the final inspiration for this character is Odysseus, particularly from Epic, the musical. That was my theming for the character. He's slightly darker than the character Lucas, water powers like that character, and I gave him sort of old style armor based off of Odysseus. It's not entirely Greek, I know that, or ancient. It just feels the vibe. It's the same vibe, so close enough. And then, yeah, I gave him blue themes for the ocean, his water magic. I gave him a trident for Poseidon. And yeah, if you know Epic Musical, that's basically this guy, but he has water magic. And is also a child of a water god. But that's all I have to say. Have fun attempting to make your characters, and goodbye.